Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Voices Across Borders, the podcast where we delve into stories and insights about language and connection. I'm Emily, and joining me, as always, is my brilliant co-host, Mark.
Hello, listeners. Today's episode is especially exciting because we're talking about how learning English can break barriers, connect people, and open doors to incredible opportunities.
That's right. English isn't just a language, it's a tool for building bridges, whether for work, travel, or personal growth.
Exactly. We're going to explore how English influences the world, the challenges learners face, and the ways it can truly transform lives. So, grab your headphones, settle in, and let's get started.
Let's begin by discussing why English is often called the universal language. What makes it so significant? Mark.
Well, for starters, English is spoken as a first or second language by over 2 billion people worldwide. It's the go-to language for business, science, and even pop culture.
That's incredible. I mean, think about it, whether you're negotiating a business deal, attending an academic conference, or even just chatting with a stranger while traveling, English often becomes the common ground.
Absolutely. It's not just about practical use, though. English has this incredible way of connecting people from diverse backgrounds. It's like a passport to the world.
And what's amazing is that even in non-English speaking countries, people prioritize learning English because they know it's a skill that can enhance their lives.
Speaking of enhancing lives, let's talk about education. Emily, how do you think English impacts access to education?
It's huge. Many of the world's leading universities offer courses in English, even in non-English speaking countries. It's the key to accessing high-quality education, research papers, and global discussions.
Exactly. And let's not forget scholarships. Many international scholarships require proficiency in English, like the IELTS or TOEFL tests.
Right. It's not just about getting into a good school, it's about thriving once you're there. Understanding lectures, participating in group discussions, and even networking with peers all become easier with a strong command of English.
And it's not just limited to formal education. Learning English gives you access to free online resources, websites, tutorials, and even MOOC's massive open online courses. The possibilities are endless.
Moving on to the workplace, Mark, how important do you think English is for career growth?
Incredibly important, English is often seen as a baseline requirement for many jobs, especially in multinational companies or industries like tech, finance, and healthcare.
That's so true. And even if you're not in a global company, knowing English can make you the go-to person for handling international clients or projects.
Exactly. It sets you apart. Plus, with the rise of remote work and freelancing platforms, being able to communicate in English expands your client base across borders.
And let's not forget soft skills. English helps you develop better communication, whether it's writing clear emails, presenting ideas, or negotiating deals.
All of which are essential for career advancement.
Let's shift gears a bit and talk about how English affects personal growth. What's your take, Mark?
Learning English is like unlocking a treasure chest of experiences. You gain access to books, movies, music, and cultures that you might never encounter otherwise.
I love that analogy. And it's not just about consuming culture, it's about being part of it. Engaging in conversations, joining online communities, and even making friends from other parts of the world.
Absolutely. And it builds confidence. When you start to understand and speak English, you feel empowered to step outside your comfort zone.
It's like creating a new version of yourself, a more open, curious, and connected version.
Well said.
Of course, Learning English isn't always easy. What do you think is the biggest hurdle learners face, Mark?
I think it's the fear of failure. Many people are scared to speak because they don't want to make mistakes.
That's such a common fear, but here's the truth. Mistakes are part of the process. The more you practice, the better you get.
Another challenge is staying consistent. People often start with enthusiasm, but lose motivation along the way.
That's why it's important to set realistic goals and celebrate small victories. Even mastering a few new phrases is progress.
And don't be afraid to seek help. Language apps, online courses, and even language exchange programs can make the journey more enjoyable.
Let's look to the future. How do you see English evolving in the years to come?
I think it'll become even more integrated into our lives. With advancements in technology like AI and translation tools, English will remain the foundation for global communication.
That's an exciting thought. But I also think people will start blending English with their native languages, creating new ways of communicating that reflect our diverse world.
That's already happening. It's called code switching, and it's fascinating to see how people adapt language to fit their needs.
So, what have we learned today?
English isn't just a skill, it's a bridge to opportunities, growth, and understanding.
And while the journey to mastering it might seem daunting, it's also one of the most rewarding adventures you can embark on.
Thank you for joining us on Voices Across Borders. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to share it with your friends and leave us a comment about your own English learning journey.
And remember, every word you learn brings you closer to a world of possibilities. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring.
Bye for now.
Bye.